now I'm just going to make sure it is running on my laptop. Then we're going to give people a couple minutes to join this train, and then we'll be good. All right, let me fix my chair. Then
veterans, whatever you're going through, don't wait.
Okay, hold on. All right. All right. Okay. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes, and then once we get more people joining, then we'll get started. It's currently 8:00 p.m. my time. Once we get more people in here, we will start the news and go into the Revolution event predictions. Yeah, we got we got some WWE news, we got ROH news, AEW news, we got some news on Roddy Strong, we got some news on WrestleMania 38 week. Yeah. So as soon as we get more people in here, we'll start. I'm going to give it about 10 minutes. So 8:15. All right, 8:15. We'll get started. Just currently watching the Celtics and the Grizzlies play, so Al Horford about to shoot a 3. Nope, he missed. Okay. Oh, turnover. Slow down, Al Horford. Slow down. Okay. Nice assist. Alright, Ja gets it. Passes it. Oh my god, that was a terrible shot. Okay, offensive rebound. They get it back and they make it okay. Grizzlies is down by 8. It's 51-59. There we go. We got one like in the chat. There we go. Once again, 8:15. We'll get started, man. Just giving more people time to join the stream. We got some news. Plus, we got AEW Revolution predictions. Revolution shaping up to be a big show Sunday night. So yeah. Jason Tatum at the free throw line. Okay. Oh, okay. Now leads back to 10. 61-51. Boston is leading. Marcus Smart turns around, makes a jumper. Okay. All right, John Morant coming down the court. Passes to Jared Jackson. Back to John. Shoots. Bricks. Okay. All right, Jason Tatum has the ball now. Okay. Oops. Here's to the Marcus Smart. Shoots it. No good. Okay. Now Grizzly shoot at the lead. He misses. Okay, Marcus Smart saying slow down. Okay, we got 2 likes in here. Thank y'all. Thank you. 5 minutes, guys. 5 minutes. And then we'll get started. Marcus Smart. Nope. Pass it to Tatum. And nice. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool play right there. Alright. Steven Adams gets the ball. Nice screen. Jared Jackson. Nope. We can't get it. Ooh. What up, Alice? How's life? My G life is good, my man. How about you? Four minutes. 4 minutes. Oh, nice alley-oop. Okay. 53-67. Boston is winning. Currently watching the Celtics and the Grizzlies play for those who doesn't know. Okay, Steven Adams gets the bucket. All right, 3 minutes. Then we'll get started. I know we've been running for like 8. Ooh, got it. Marcus Smart slips. Horford shoots a 3. He makes it. All right. I think that way for me is for as soon as I start getting to the news bin and watch more people come in. Because usually we do big numbers for a WWE preview prediction. It's my first AEW prediction video, and what up? How you doing? I'm doing good, Dan. So how about you? Ooh, another alley-oop. All right, 2 minutes. I'll get started in 2 minutes. That's better here. Oh, the shark is blocked. Okay, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oops. Oh, y'all. Okay, y'all found that. All right, okay. All right. 1 more minute, man. 1 more minute. Then we'll get started, man. First of all, I want to... I'll say it for 1 minute. Okay. Can't wait for Revolution this Sunday. Yeah, man. Me too, man. Can't wait for Revolution. The show's gonna be pretty good. So yeah, let me make sure I can. The show's gonna be pretty good. So yeah. Gotta check this out, make sure we're good. John Morant shoots a 3 in the Mason. All right. All right, it's 8:15. So, who's ever left, welcome to the stream. First of all, welcome to the stream, man. For those of you who do not know me, or for those who are new to the channel, I am that boy Alex. I cover WWE, AEW, Impact, you name them. Sunday night, we got Revolution, and today we are here to talk about AEW Revolution. First, I got some news. Alex, you want to hear a joke? This man says he listens to the fans and he loves his family. Maybe we should ask Paul Levesque about that one. Yeah, man. But we got some WWE news. We got some RH news. We got some AEW news. Obviously, we got news on Roger Strong, WrestleMania 38. What else? The Vince McMahon and what he said on the Pat McAfee show. If you guys didn't know today, and he was on the Pat McAfee show. I listened to it. It was fun. You know, I enjoyed it. News on WWE trying to buy Ring of Honor, but they failed. And we got some news on Amari Miller, the girl from NXT. She took like a scary bump, and we got an update on her. And we got Revolution predictions. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. We're gonna start with some WWE NXT news. All right, so WWE NXT Roadblock special announced for next week. A special Roadblock edition of WWE NXT has been announced for next Tuesday on the USA Network. NXT Roadblock will be headlined by a triple threat for the NXT title, with Braun Breaker defending against Tommaso Ciampa and Dolph Ziggler. WWE first used the Roadblock name for a main roster live event in WWE Network pay-per-view on March 12, 2016 in Toronto. Roadblock End of the Line was then held on December 18, 2016 as a Raw brand pay-per-view from Pittsburgh. NXT Roadblock is the first time WWE has used the name since December of 2016. Below is the current lineup for NXT Roadblock. Triple threat for the NXT title, Dolph Ziggler versus Tommaso Ciampa versus Braun Breaker. NXT Tag Team title match, the Creed Brothers versus Imperium. Falls Count Anywhere match, LA Knight versus Grayson Waller. Women's Dusty Rhodes Classic semifinals, Io Shirai and Kaylee Ray versus Casey Catanzaro and Kaden Carter. And the second semifinal match with Winnie Chu, Dakota Kai versus Cora Jade and Raquel Gonzalez. I don't know why we're getting an NXT special next week. You easily could have saved the triple threat for Stand and Deliver. And the tag team title match for Stand and Deliver. Like, why do we need an NXT special next week? I don't get it. Why can't we just use the whole month of March to build towards Stand and Deliver? You know, you want that show to be a big show. You need tickets to sell, so you need to start building that show up to make it the best that you can. You know, you don't have the takeover name. NXT is under a new model, and it's gonna be interesting to see how tickets sell for this show. Pickup Beats, what's up, man? What is up, my man? It's really gonna be interesting to see how they sell tickets for the show. It's really gonna be interesting. So, yeah. Moving on. Ring of Honor news. All right. Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor match and new names revealed. ROH TV tapings announced. A new match and new names have been announced for Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor. ROH's Ren Ian Riccoboni, that's how you pronounce it, hosted another Facebook live chat on Tuesday night and announced that Swerve the Realist, Shane Strickland, Isaiah Swerve Scott, will take on Alex Zane at Supercard of Honor. This will be Swerve's ROH's debut. Riccoboni also announced that ROH will return to the 2300 Arena in Philadelphia for a set of ROH TV tapings. You guys let me know if I'm pronouncing his last name wrong. TV tapings on Sunday, April 10th. We know that before how ROH is set to reveal a new logo at Supercard of Honor. Riccoboni revealed that a new set design will also be unveiled next month. It was also previously announced that Ring of Honor will resume touring and TV tapings after Supercard of Honor. Indie stars Joe Henry and Ninja Mac were also announced for Supercard of Honor, but no matches were confirmed. Furthermore, Denise Sal, the girl on YouTube that interviews other wrestlers, Denise Salcedo, if that's how you pronounce it, was announced as a special host and backstage interviewer for Supercard of Honor. She joined Riccoboni and teased an upcoming announcement on the ROH's Women's World Title, currently held by Impact wrestler Deonna Purrazzo. Riccoboni previously announced that he and Caprice Coleman will call Supercard of Honor that night. In other ROH talent news, Riccoboni noted that ROH officials are negotiating with an ROH favorite to face the winner of the winner takes all main event at Supercard of Honor, which will feature Jonathan Gresham versus Bandino to crown the undisputed Ring of Honor World Champion. What's up, Hunter the Street? These Ring of Honor title announcements for Supercard of Honor were based on names that fans said they wanted to see compete in the Ring of Honor ring post hiatus. It was announced that Supercard of Honor will feature 8 matches. A special edition of Ring of Honor TV will air the weekend of March 12th with a special look at the history of Supercard of Honor. ROH has been on a hiatus since December's Final Battle pay-per-view, and Supercard of Honor will be their first show back. The company announced in the lead-up to Final Battle that they were taking some time off during the first quarter of this year to work internally to re-image the company and return with a new fan-focused product and provide a unique experience. Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor will take place on Friday, April 1st from the Curtis Caldwell Center in Garland, Texas. It will air live on pay-per-view and Honor Club. Below is the updated card. We got Bandito versus Jonathan Gresham for the championship. ROH Tag Team titles, the Briscoes versus an opponent to be announced. Alex Zane versus Swerve. Joe Henry versus an opponent to be announced. Ninja Mac versus an opponent to be announced. And Deonna Purrazzo versus an opponent to be announced. So yeah. It sounds like it's shaping up to be a big show, and I can't wait to see how it goes. I'm still contemplating covering the show depending on what the card looks like. So yeah. We got Deonna Purrazzo on the show. Hopefully, Roxy's already locked in with WWE. I would have said do a rematch between those two, because their match on Impact was fantastic and I love the match. So yeah, but Roxy's already locked in NXT most likely. I know there's a couple women's talent for ROH that will possibly wrestle Purrazzo. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, moving on. New AEW storylines to begin at Revolution for the rest of the year. Okay. Sunday's AEW Revolution pay-per-view will be a big night for the company, as some storylines will end while new ones will begin to take the company to Double or Nothing in May and beyond. AEW President, CEO, General Manager, and Head of Creative Tony Khan spoke with Dazn, however you pronounce it, D-A-Z-N, Christopher Walker to promote Dynamite and Sunday's pay-per-view, and said Revolution is the best card AEW has assembled, and he said this in quotation. Really, this is perhaps the best card we ever assembled, Khan said. We hit our stride with our AEW pay-per-view offerings recently, and you can see that with what we tried to deliver our fans in 2021. We want to continue, hold on, answer your question. We want to continue to give our fans excellent quality when they sit down to watch AEW. We can't just deliver one big show then be satisfied. We have to keep moving forward. Am I streaming Revolution Sunday? As a precautionary issue, no, I would not, because the last 2 streams I got copyrighted for, and I don't want AEW copyrighting. Hopefully you understand. Khan says he believes the AEW roster will deliver on Sunday in Orlando as the company builds to what they want to do for the rest of the year. At Revolution, with the names involved, I think you're going to see an excellent wrestling show. I'm very confident that the talent will deliver in the ring, he said, but it's also important that we use the show to build what we want to do for the rest of the year. This is going to be a show where some storylines end, but you're going to see new storylines emerge. We've built up to the show so well in recent weeks, and you'll see the hard work pay off at Revolution. Revolution is live this Sunday from Atlanta, Florida at 8 p.m. Eastern, live on pay-per-view, man. Cannot wait. So, apparently some storylines that you see at Revolution will stick out till the end of this year. And the ones that I see sticking out till the end of the year is maybe Cargill and Conti can stick it out. The Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy situation. Jeff Hardy's coming in, so we're probably going to see the Hardy Boys versus Private Party. Who else? Going to be interesting to see how Moxley and Danielson stick out. Jericho and Kingston, that should end. Keith Lee and Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks, that's probably going to continue most likely. Wardlow and MJF will continue. Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa, I don't know about that. They might end the feud Sunday, or they might stick it out till Double or Nothing. Punk and MJF will end on Sunday, hopefully. And Page vs. Cole will end on Sunday. Or they might stick out for a little bit when Omega gets back. Because Cole and Omega is going to feud right away when Omega gets back. So, yeah. That's the possible feuds that can stick out for a while. Alright, I got some news on Roger Strong. For those of you wondering why you haven't seen him on TV, here's why. Roger Strong made his WWE NXT UK debut at Wednesday's tapings. WWE held another round of NXT UK TV tapings from BT Sports Studios in London, England on Wednesday, and Roger Strong made his debut there. The Diamond Mine's Malcolm Bivens was not there. Strong worked the match against Wolfgang at Wednesday's tapings, but there's no word on who else he will be wrestling this week. This was Strong's first match since the Diamond Mine took a six-man tag loss to Imperium on the February 1st NXT TV show. Before that, Strong lost a SmackDown dark match to Tommaso Ciampa on January 28th, lost to T-Bar on January 27th WWE main event episode, lost a SmackDown dark match to LA Knight on January 21st, took a loss against Walter, I'm not calling him another name, on the January 18th NXT TV show, and dropped the NXT Cruiserweight title to NXT North American Champion Carmelo Hayes in the title unification bout at New Year's Eve on January 4th. Strong's 2021 ended with a successful title defense over Joe Gacy at War Games on December 5th, but then he took another loss to NXT Champion Braun Breaker on December 14th. Stay tuned for more on Strong in NXT UK. You can see a couple photos from the table below. Dang, he's been losing that much? I didn't know that. Ugh. Honestly, man, looks like Roger Strong might be spending some time in NXT UK for a little bit. I don't think he'll be on NXT TV in the States for a while. I think he'll be doing some NXT UK work. Maybe, have a match with Ilya Dragunov for the UK Championship. I don't know. I don't watch NXT UK. I don't think neither of y'all do because, it's too much consuming of wrestling. So yeah, man. Roger Strong doesn't have a future with this company. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I know I keep repeating myself, but Roger Strong has no future with the WWE. And I'm sorry to tell you that, but that's the truth. Adam Cole left, Bobby Fischer's gone, Kyle O'Reilly's gone. Roger Strong is the last guy from the Undisputed Era that's in WWE. So once Roger Strong gets released, he'll probably get released. He'll get his 30-day non-compete clause, and then you'll see him on AEW. So yeah. Alright, someone asked me something. Alex, who do you got at UFC 272 in the main event of the evening this Saturday in Las Vegas, Nevada? Jorge Masvidal or Colby Covington for the BMF title? I don't really pay much attention to UFC. I don't even know what the BMF title is, honestly. I got Colby winning, honestly. Yeah. Moving on. Trying to get. Let me take a sip of water, then we'll get back. I'm trying to like skim through the news as fast as possible. All right. How was my day? My day was good, Hunter the Street. How about you? All right, backstage news on Tony Khan purchasing Ring of Honor. More details have been revealed about Tony Khan purchasing Ring of Honor on the latest editions of Wrestling Observer Radio. Dave Meltzer noted that the deal was put together 2 weeks ago, and the following day is when Khan started dropping hints. Both AEW and WWE were contacted regarding the sale, but Khan obviously put together the better offer. No surprise. The tape library was mentioned as being important to AEW, and the company does want a streaming service in some form. Ring of Honor's old footage is something that can help with that due to having more content. Plus, Ring of Honor owned the footage for All In, which was a crucial night for AEW's own history. It is not believed that WWE would have run Ring of Honor as a separate brand. However, when the company was hot in 2018, WWE made a pitch as Triple H wanted to buy the company. Let me repeat that line. However, when the company was hot in 2018, WWE made a pitch as Triple H wanted to buy the company. Wow. Ring of Honor in 2018 had Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Cody, Marty Scurll. Who else? The Briscoes, Matt Taven. You name them. There were talks that went nowhere, as Vince McMahon wanted to buy somebody bigger. WWE ended up trying to buy New Japan Pro Wrestling, Stardom, and Pro Wrestling Noah. The company also tried to buy AAA, Conan's promotion. But nobody will settle for the price that WWE was willing to pay. Yeah, I don't think Conan would be willing to sell AAA. In a press release, Tony Khan spoke about acquiring the RH video library. Khan said he is exploring ways to make the library available to fans. Ring of Honor's influence on modern professional wrestling is permanently in the history books, and this acquisition ensures that its legacy will be kept alive and treated with the utmost respect. Khan said this deal adds thousands of hours of content to our rapidly growing library and creates new opportunities to expand our footprint on a national and global scale, while having the potential to produce new content under the ROH banner. I will immediately begin exploring opportunities to make ROH's video library available to fans who have the opportunity to witness the beginnings of the careers of some of AEW's biggest stars. So yeah, man, Ring of Honor, man. Like I said, I heard Ring of Honor is supposed to be like NXT and AEW, the main roster. It's going to be interesting to see like how things will play out in between Ring of Honor and all that other good stuff. You know, do they get a TV deal where Ring of Honor is on, where Tony Khan gets a third AEW show on TNT or TBS, whatever, and they put it on a Thursday night or a Tuesday night or something along those lines, and Monday night? Because if RH gets a TV deal and that's on Monday night, I will highly watch that over Monday Night Raw. I'm gonna tell you that right now. or it can get me away from NXT, and I'll come back to covering shows on Tuesdays again. Don't forget, I'll be live for NXT Roadblock March 8th. But yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see how this plays out, because you got the Briscoes as the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. You got Deonna Purrazzo, who's the Women's Champion. Bandino and Gresham with the World Champions. It's gonna be very interesting. And I don't know who the pure champion is, but it's going to be interesting to see how everything plays out in between Ring of Honor and AEW. Maybe Cody Rhodes comes back, because I heard Cody Rhodes and WWE talks have fizzled out. So maybe Cody Rhodes said, I'm not coming to WWE no more. Maybe he's setting him up for Ring of Honor. Maybe he's setting him up to go back to Ring of Honor. Who knows? But we will see what happens. I know someone asked the question in the chat. Alice, I got my guy Jorge Masvidal. Okay. I don't watch UFC like that, so I do know who you're talking about, but I don't pay attention to the MMA stuff like I do my wrestling stuff. So yeah. Alright. WWE to hold WrestleMania 38-week tryouts. WWE is set to host another tryout camp during WrestleMania 38 week near Dallas, Texas. WWE announced today that a multi-day tryout will be held in Dallas exclusively for current and recently graduated college athletes. Current college athletes will participate in assessments as WWE looks for the next class of NIL, next in line talents. The 3-day event will begin on Wednesday, March 30th in Frisco, Texas at the Ford Center at the Star, home of the Dallas Cowboys, world headquarters, and their state-of-the-art practice facility. WWE will host more than 50 male and female participants with college athletic backgrounds across football, basketball, wrestling, volleyball, track and field, gymnastics, cheer, and dance. Several NFL draft-eligible college football players are scheduled to participate in the invite-only event as well. The athletes will participate in performance evaluations, individual and group promo evaluations, in-ring technical sessions, and sit-down interviews as a part of the WWE trial process. WWE launched its official Next in Line program in December 2021 to establish a clear path from college athletes to WWE. They have now announced that the second NIL class will be unveiled in the coming months, and athletes from WrestleMania Week tryouts will be considered for entry into that second class. Stay tuned for more. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Why? Why are we taking football players, basketball players, volleyball players, cheerleaders, dancers, track and field guys that don't know anything about professional wrestling? Why are you just taking these guys and having to mold them into WWE? I'm gonna guarantee you, half of them don't even watch wrestling. And yet you're giving them a tryout. Why are you taking football players, basketball players, volleyball players, track and field athletes? Why are you trying to take them and put them in something that they don't even watch? Do they even watch the product? I don't blame them if they don't. Do they even watch professional wrestling? Do they watch WWE? Do they know the wrestling history? I mean, do they know about the Attitude Era? Do they know about the Ruthless Aggression era? Do they know their WWE history? That's the question. Because I don't get it. Why are we taking football players and other college athletes and they don't even know about professional wrestling? I don't get it. And I know a lot of y'all are wondering. So how did WWE sign Roxy and she didn't go to college? I don't think she went to college. I don't know. Because WWE is looking for women under the age of 25. They're looking for beauty, and Roxy has that. Don't get me wrong. She's a beautiful woman, and she's under the age of 25. She's 20 years old. That's what WWE is looking for in women's wrestlers. If you're a men's guy, if you're a men's wrestler, if you're not 6'2", if you're not over 6'2", if you're not 240 pounds, 250 pounds, then WWE is not looking for you. WWE is not looking for indie wrestlers. WWE is not looking for professional wrestlers. So if your name is Jonathan Gresham or a Rouge a Ninja Mac, an Alex Zane. He got released. WWE is not looking for a Trey Miguel. They're not looking for professional wrestlers, man. They're looking for cheerleaders, dancers, football players, basketball players, soccer players, baseball players, and molded them into the WWE way of life. And I don't get it. What if they don't want to? What if they don't want to go to WWE? What if they don't want to do it? What are you going to do now? I don't get it. I don't get it. Taking athletes that don't know anything about professional wrestling, who doesn't even watch WWE, who probably doesn't know WWE history. They might know a little bit of WWE history, but that's it. I don't get it. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, another rant. Update on Tyson Fury's future with WWE. Tyson Fury has confirmed that he will be returning to WWE in the future. Let me repeat that again. Tyson Fury has confirmed that he will be returning to WWE in the future. Someone put me to sleep. During an interview with Give You Sport, the Boston Star said, 1,000,000% you will see me in the WWE again. 1,000,000%. While no official time scale was given by the British fighter, it is clear a return to wrestling is on his mind. No, thank you. Respectfully, no. The current WBC heavyweight champion originally debuted in WWE at the 2019 Crown Jewel event. Tyson Fury took face Braun Strowman at the show in Saudi Arabia, pick up the victory via countout. The 8-minute encounter finished after the boxer knocked Strowman out of the ring with a punch. However, on the following episode of SmackDown, the two big men ended up working together. While they did not have an official match, Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman ended up taking down the B team. Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. Since that point, there have been rumblings for return for the Just Be King, but so far nothing official has taken place. Tyson Fury has recently revealed plans to retire from the sport of boxing soon. He has an upcoming fight against Dylan White, and after that, he claims his career will be finished. If the 33-year-old does actually retire, this could lead to a return in the professional wrestling world. No, thank you. It is believed that Boxer is still in contact with Vince McMahon at the moment. He has also gone back and forth with Drew McIntyre on social media. Teasing a match, McIntyre told TalkSport that he would be interested in facing Fury at a possible UK pay-per-view event. I'm still angling for that significant UK pay-per-view, and I won't shut up until it happens. McIntyre said, Tyson Fury and I have gone back and forth for a long time. If we needed something just a little outside of the box to give people's attention, especially in the UK with someone of Fury's stature fighting Drew McIntyre in the Battle of Britain. That would really draw some eyes, and that's where I like to see it. Who cares? Who cares about Tyson Fury coming back to WWE? Absolutely nobody. Nobody cares about Tyson Fury coming back to WWE. Please keep him away. Keep Tyson Fury away from WWE. Please. I don't want to see it. I'm not interested in seeing it. I don't think any of you guys are interested in seeing it. Keep him away from WWE. Nobody's interested. And then there's another non-WWE wrestler coming in and taking away the spotlight from the young talent. Because that's what's gonna happen. Tyson Fury is gonna walk in, take away the spotlight from the young talent, and he's only gonna be in there for a big payday. Who cares? Nobody cares about Tyson Fury in WWE. Nobody wants to see him in WWE. Respectfully, keep him off my TV. Keep him off our TV. We didn't want to see Rousey. We don't want to see Rousey. People really don't want to see. Some people don't want to see. Don't really care for Lesnar. Why would they want to see Tyson Fury on WWE television? Just why? Nobody cares about Johnny Knoxville on TV. Nobody cares about Logan Paul on TV because they're get off my TV. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody cares. Respectfully, nobody. Moving on. Backstage news on Christopher Daniels' AEW in-ring future. Christopher Daniels is now expected to be back in All Elite Wrestling, as Dave Meltzer noted on the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio. The former SCU member returned to television on AEW Dynamite this week in a losing effort to Bryan Danielson. However, this was not a one-shot deal to just promote the Ring of Honor announcement. Daniels had not been seen on AEW television for 7 months due to his eye injury and booking decisions, but he would now be back wrestling for AEW moving forward. Prior to this appearance, his last match for AEW was on May 12th when SCU was defeated by the Young Bucks. This loss led to the team having to split up. During a recent appearance on Insight with Chris Van Vliet, Daniels spoke about the backstage role talent that he has taken up outside the ring. During the time he has not wrestled, the veteran has helped sign talent for AEW Dark tapings. I'm more involved with signing and or bringing guys to events, said Christopher Daniels. Whether it's Dark tapings in Orlando or live events on the road, honestly, it's really Tony's decision because he pays attention to the scene, not just AEW, not just other large companies in the US, but the independents. So if there's buzz around a name and he's interested in that, he'll shoot me a text. Hey, what can we do to get this person here or that person here? And then it's sort of on me and a couple of different people to put that meeting together between Tony and the person in question. So it's Tony, baby. And so Tony has the idea of, I want this guy here, or I want this young lady here, or what do we do to get her? And then it's sort of my job to hunt them down and figure out how to get them to the spot. Okay. So, I'm glad to see Christopher Daniels back wrestling, back doing his thing. He's scouting out talent, going to different indie shows. I'm pretty sure he goes to these indie shows and scouts the talent and, see who Tony Khan wants to bring in, who Tony Khan wants to look at, who does he want to put on television, who does he want to build for the future, etc. man. So, good to see Christopher Daniels, back in the ring last night, and, he's out there scouting talent and, building for the future. So, yeah. I believe I already read this. Yeah, I already read that. Okay, moving on. All right, the big Vince McMahon news. All right, Vince McMahon set to induct the Undertaker into the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon is set to induct the Undertaker into the WWE Hall of Fame during WrestleMania 38 weekend. Vince appeared on the Pat McAfee show today and announced that he will be doing the honors for Taker as he goes into the 2022 class of the WWE Hall of Fame. Vince praised Taker, the man, and the character, and said this induction will be one of the hardest things he's ever done because he loves Taker. Damn, he loves him more than his own son. Vince has inducted just a few names over the years. Former executive and mayor James Dudley in 1994, Steve Austin in 2009, and Donald Trump in 2013. Okay. The 2022 WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony will take place on Friday, April 1st from the American Airlines Center in Dallas, Texas. The event will air live on Peacock and the WWE Network after the WrestleMania 38 Go Home edition of SmackDown goes off the air that night. Stay tuned for more as WWE will be announcing more 2022 Hall of Famers soon. It really makes sense for Vince McMahon to induct The Undertaker into the Hall of Fame because the guy He created the character. He put a lot of work into it. He made sure, you know, he made sure the character was getting over. The character got over, and Taker never broke kayfabe for 30 years. And yeah, man, this guy created the character, and yeah, it makes sense for Vince McMahon to induct the Undertaker into the Hall of Fame. So yeah, man, makes sense. Vince McMahon offers a WrestleMania 38 match to Pat McAfee. WWE SmackDown commentator Pat McAfee is set to return to the ring at WrestleMania 38. WWE Chairman and CEO Vince McMahon appeared on the Pat McAfee show today and said he'd like to offer McAfee something special. I watched the show, so I already know it. Vince went on and said he knows McAfee loves what WWE does, and he's a part of the team. And Pat is Pat, which is why it works. Vince then offered McAfee the chance to actually wrestle at WrestleMania 38. McAfee responded and accepted the offer, saying that would be a dream come true. Vince said unlike when McAfee was a punter for the Indianapolis Colts, now he will be a linebacker in the ring. It's been rumored that McAfee will wrestle McMahon at WrestleMania, but that was not confirmed. McAfee brought up the internet chatter about his return to the ring, and Vince said that they will find him a worthy opponent and work it out. McAfee said the offer is incredible and asked if it's the real deal. Vince said he doesn't bullshit. Yeah, man, Pat McAfee is wrestling at WrestleMania 38. Honestly, him versus Austin Theory would make sense because, Austin Theory has been in these backstage segments with Vince McMahon, and they've been working together, and, why does Pat McAfee need a WrestleMania match? I mean, that's, honestly, I wouldn't book it for WrestleMania, but if there's anybody that I want to see, non-wrestler, I would like to see Pat McAfee back in the ring. His match with Adam Cole was good, so let's see if he can give me a match with Austin Theory, and the match could be good if given the time needed. And Pat McAfee is trained, If the guy wants to be a professional wrestler full time, I'm all down for it. The guy put on a performance against Adam Cole. So let's see what he can do at WrestleMania. And last piece of news for the day before we get into Revolution predictions is backstage news on WWE NXT stars' condition following scary bump. During the latest edition of the Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer noted that Amari Miller lost feeling in her arms and legs during her recent injury. Tests were taken at the hospital following the situation, which took place after recent NXT 2.0 taping. It has since been confirmed that Miller suffered a concussion after the match against Lash Legend. So great, we got a Nia Jax 2.0, and her name is Lash Legend. Great. The match included a few instances of sloppy offense until Miller hit a moonsault. She then charged back at Legend, who sent her face first into the turnbuckles. Legend then scooped her to her shoulders and then drove Miller into the mat for the pin to win. However, after that spot, Amara Miller was checked on by the medical team, and she ended up having to be stretchered to the back. We got a Nia Jax 2.0 in WWE, and her name is Lash Legend. Since the injury, Amara Miller has been active on social media, confirming her injury and thanking the WWE Universe. One fan wrote that it appeared Miller did not suffer a concussion, but Miller responded and wrote #concussion. Miller also thanked everyone who checked in on her. Much love to everyone that had reached out. We're going to keep on moving. Muscle flex emoji, green heart emoji, folded hands emoji. Yeah, man. Honestly, Lash Legend is just the worst. She can't wrestle. She is... No, let me not say it, because they're going to think I'm racist. But she just can't wrestle. She just reminds me of Eva Marie, Nia Jax. You can't wrestle. Get in the Performance Center. Get in the Performance Center, do more work, man. God, we got a Nia Jax 2.0 in WWE, and her name is Lash Legend. Great. All right, AEW Revolution predictions. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna tell you guys how we'll put the show and etc. All right. Maybe my guy faces Roman Reigns tomorrow night, and Roman Reigns tomorrow night. All right, we got 8 people in here, man. Let's get some more people in here. We're getting ready to talk about AEW Revolution predictions and preview how we'll put the show and who's going over. All right, so we got 11 matches on the card. 2 of them on the pre-show. The first one on the pre-show is Hook versus QT Marshall. I'm gonna go with Hook, and then Chris Statlander versus legit Layla Hirsch. I'm gonna go with Layla Hirsch. So those are my 2 predictions for the pre-show. And now let's get on to the main card. All right. First match. Jay Cargill versus Ty Conti for the TBS Championship. Now, honestly, I know I advocated for Ty Conti to beat Jay Cargill for the TBS Championship, but I didn't think they would put the match so soon. You know, I feel like they rushed it, and they could have gave it a proper build. I don't like that. Jay Cargill has to retain. You cannot book Jay to be a transitional champion. You can't book like that. All right. Ty Conti, I love Ty Conti. She improved in the ring. She's up and coming. She's getting ready to be a big star. But I don't think she should be Jay Cargill. We cannot have transitional champions. We can't have them. And the TBS title, Jay Cargill needs to keep it looking prestigious. So Jay Cargill needs to retain against Ty Conti. And then Double or Nothing, Jay Cargill versus Chris Statlander. How about that? Yeah, she hasn't faced Statlander before, so yeah. So Cargill retains against Conti and then go on to Double or Nothing and face Chris Statlander. That's my prediction. And maybe Statlander beats her. Who knows? But yeah, you can't take the championship off of Jade at Revolution. Jade has to retain. So I'm gonna go with Jay Cargill to beat Ty Conti. All right, next up we got a 6-man tornado tag team match, the worst match on the card, in my honest opinion. We got Andrade El Idolo, Isaiah Cassidy, and Matt Hardy versus Darby Allin and Sammy Guevara, the TNT champion, by the way, and Sting. Now this is where I have a problem right here. Sammy Guevara is not defending the TNT championship. This is very backwards booking, and I ranted about it because the TNT championship is not being booked like it should be. You know, I'm not happy with the TNT championship booking, and the three-way match should have happened at Revolution. You booked it backwards. Tomorrow night we're getting a 3-way. We're getting Darby, Andrade, and Sammy tomorrow night at Rampage. Why are we getting the match at Rampage instead of putting it on Revolution? Put the match on Revolution. Do the tag team match on Rampage. That's all you had to do if you wanted to go that way. You could have done the trios match on Rampage tomorrow night. Then you could go on to the 3-way at Revolution. The booking is backwards on the TNT title, and I don't like that. And you know, I'm not a dude that praise one company and shits on the other company. No, I gotta be fair to both companies. But Sammy Guevara should be defending the TNT championship at the pay-per-view. Come on now, we gotta put the TNT championship better, man. We have to put the TNT and the TBS title better, man. The mid-card championships are being treated like shit, man, because of these open challenges, and there's no legitimate contenders, and there's no legitimate storylines. Get rid of the open challenges. We see them every week. It's just rinse and repeat. You have to book fresh. You have to have legitimate contenders. You got to get fresh storylines. You can't just do these open challenges week after week after week after week, because it gets stale, it gets boring, and nobody wants to see it. We don't need to see an open challenge every week from Sammy Guevara or Jade Cargill. You need to have legitimate contenders built up, and you need to have legitimate storylines going into the pay-per-view. Jade Cargill and Ty Conti is a 2-week build. A 2-week build. I don't get it. Actually, it's a 1 to 2 week build. There was no legitimacy. No legitimacy. If someone is going to be a threat to take down Jade Cargill, it needs to be a legitimate storyline. They need to be a legitimate contender. Come on, you gotta start booking better. The mid-card championships they're being booked like shit, man, because you got them in these open challenges. They put this show backwards, man. Sammy Guevara should be defending his TNT championship. How does Jade Cargill defend our TBS title, but Sammy Guevara doesn't have a TNT championship match? Sammy Guevara has no creative direction. It feels like Cody put him over, and they don't know what to do with Sammy Guevara. And you wonder why I complain? It's because I care. I want AEW to get better. And anybody that's okay with a trios match at Revolution, what is wrong with you? You should have did the trios match on Rampage, do the 3-way at the pay-per-view. If you wanted Matt Hardy to get involved, you could have made it a Fatal 4-way. I don't get it. The TNT title and the TBS championship needs to be booked better. Ali is not a believable opponent. Julia Hart is not a believable opponent to Jade Cargill. Isaiah Cassidy is not a threat to Sammy Guevara. Who else? Yeah, these open challenges are very stupid. Very, very stupid. You guys let me know what you think down in the comments, man. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know in the chat, man. Because I'm pretty sure a majority of y'all gonna agree with me that the TNT and the TBS title needs to be booked better. They need to have legitimate storylines and legitimate contenders built up. If you have no long-term plan for them, why are you giving them the championship? I don't get it. Sammy Guevara wins the championship. They have no long-term plans. Yo, Alice, what's up? I like the stream. Thank you, John. Thank you. There's no long-term plans for Sammy. You're showing me, and you're showing me you got no plans for Jade Cargill. I thought it was all about long-term booking, man. I thought it was all about long-term booking. Real talk. Book the mid-card championships better. That's all I gotta say. Who do I pick to win? The babyfaces. Sammy, Darby, and Steen. But after this, man, Sammy Guevara, you either do Sammy Guevara versus Andrade at Double or Nothing, or Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks at Double or Nothing. With a legitimate storyline and them as a legitimate threat to Sammy Guevara to take the championship off him. Didn't you see the Pat McAfee show today? Yes, I seen it. Yeah, Alice, I agree 100%. Yeah, man. TNT and TBS title needs to be booked better. Honestly. And it's not the wrestler's fault. I love Jade Cargill. I love Sammy. But it just feels like they have no long-term plans. They just gave him the title and they don't know what to do with it. Because you got them in open challenges. And I know I keep, criticizing it, but I have to, because they need to get better. They need to step up their mid-card championship game. You should treat the TBS championship just like the AEW Women's Championship. You should treat the TNT title just like the main world title. Simple. Moving on. Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy Luchasaurus versus Red Dragon versus the Young Bucks. 3-way tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. I haven't. Same thing about Jurassic Express. It just looks like they have no long-term plans. You know, they had no choice but to win the belts because Rey Fenix got hurt, and they had to, so they had no choice but to beat the Lucha Bros. And then after that, it seems like they're kind of, I don't know, they look lost. Tag team titles are not being booked very good as well. It looks like to me. It looks like to me Jurassic Express has no long-term plans as well for those tag team titles. You know, so Red Dragon's not going to win this match. I can tell that right now. The Young Bucks should not win this match. Jurassic Express should retain. They're the ones that desperately needs to win. Red Dragon doesn't need to win. The Young Bucks does not need to win this match. Jurassic Express goes over and they retain the titles. With the Young Bucks being pinned on TV, and then Red Dragon turn on the Young Bucks. Maybe. But after this, man, hello. Let's get Santana and Ortiz built up so we can do Santana and Ortiz versus Jurassic Express at Double or Nothing for those tag team titles, and we get Santana and Ortiz taking the titles off of Jurassic Express. But once again, man, tag team titles are not being booked right. They're not. Don't know what they're doing. Don't know what they're doing. I believe they only defended it twice. One was kind of like an open challenge to the Dark Order, and then they was in some mini feud with the Gun Club. At least it was legitimate storyline, but after that, what's going on? What are you waiting for? After Revolution, Jurassic Express and LAX needs to start building up towards Double or Nothing. After Revolution, you should start building up for that match the week after Revolution or the Dynamite after. You need to start building towards that match. Santana and Ortiz needs to get some momentum, and they need to go to Double or Nothing to challenge Jurassic Express, and they need to win the titles. Once again, tag team titles are being booked, not being booked very, very good. So that's 3 championships you're lackluster booking at. TBS title, TNT title, and the tag team titles are being lackluster booked. And Britt's reign and Britt's title. That's 4 championships you have lacklusterly booked. Lackluster. Britt ran through everybody. She ran through everybody. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Do y'all get where I'm coming from? Because, you know, I just, like, I don't know, man. Legitimate contenders needs to get built up, man. That's all I gotta say, man. So, the women's title, both women's titles, the TNT title and the tag team titles needs to be booked better, man. Because after Full Gear, Britt's reign got stale. She had a good run after that. She could have dropped the title anytime. She had a good run. After Full Gear, it was over. She ran through everybody. Next up, we got Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. One of the most anticipated matches on the card. I really don't. This is kind of unpredictable. I don't know who goes over. I can see Moxley winning. I can see Danielson winning. But I'm leaning towards Moxley winning the match. So I think Moxley wins the match, and maybe we get Moxley and Danielson being together as a team. Maybe bringing Lee Moriarty in or Daniel Garcia in and form a trio. Or they can form a faction. You know, him, Danielson, Yuta, Wheeler Yuta, Lee Moriarty, and Daniel Garcia. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Moxley winning. But I think Moxley and Danielson this Moxley and Danielson stuff continues after Revolution. So yeah, I figure Alex with the mid-card titles booking, and I trust TK is going to find a way to come back. And whenever they get criticized with their booking, they resolve. Hopefully they book better. Yeah, man. I just criticize it because I care. If I didn't care, I would be showing to my audience, and I wouldn't be saying anything and thinking everything's okay when it's really not. All right, next up we got Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston. Ooh, Kingston needs to win. I don't think Jericho does not need to win this match. Kingston needs to win. Honestly. Kingston needs to go over, and I'm going to be wondering what is Kingston going to do next. You know, Santana Ortiz, one of my boys on the channel said he can see Santana and Ortiz turning on Jericho. I can see that happening. I don't know what's going on between Santana and Ortiz, Jericho, and Kingston. Santana and Ortiz are most likely going to be aligned with Eddie Kingston after Revolution, and LAX gets built up towards the tag team titles, while Eddie Kingston, maybe Eddie Kingston goes after Sammy and challenges for the TNT Championship. And maybe Kingston takes the title off of Sammy. So who knows? But it's going to be really interesting to see how this match plays out. Jericho does not need to win this match. I'm pretty sure Jericho is going to be a fair guy. He's going to put Kingston over. And Kingston's going to get the win. So I'm going to go with Eddie Kingston. And maybe we get LAX versus the Inner Circle, with Sammy, Jericho, and Hager, and then Santana Ortiz and Eddie Kingston representing LAX. So that'll be very interesting. Yeah. Kingston versus Sammy. Yeah, that'll be very interesting. Maybe Eddie Kingston might be the guy to beat Sammy. Who knows? Because I'll throw his name in the hat for him to beat Sammy. I would not mind Eddie Kingston going after the TNT title after he beats Jericho, and then he beats Sammy, and then Santana and Ortiz beat Jurassic Express at Double or Nothing. Hey, that's good booking right there, right? Ain't that right? I gotta charge my map before it dies, but you know what I'm saying? That's good booking. I would not mind that. Eddie Kingston taking the title off of Sammy, and then LAS beating Jurassic Express. I'm a creative genius, and it's not that hard to book if you just think right. You feel me? So yeah, hold on, let me get my charger. I really hope they want. I really hope they want to rebuild LAX. Bring Homicide, and Hernandez says Homicide is a part of ROH, and Hernandez is a free agent, I think. Oh, that could be. And Diamante as the female in the group. You guys remember Diamante? If you guys watched Impact back in the day, and you see LAX with Conan, Santana Ortiz, Diamante, Homicide, Hernandez, bro, that's money, man. That's money. And if you make the trios titles a intergender championship, like men and women can wrestle for it, it could be Diamante, Eddie Kingston, and Homicide. Holy shit, man. Can you imagine that? Whew. The location should be in Texas. Nah, man. Honestly, I don't care where they emanate from, but yeah. Alright, moving on. Let me take a sip of water, and then we'll get back to it. Alright. Face of the Revolution ladder match for a future TNT Championship match. Yes, bring Diamante into the group again, and Conan as her manager. Yeah, I don't think we'll see Conan on TV for a while, because Conan just had surgery. He's been having some health issues, so I hope he's getting better though. But that was a couple months back, so yeah. All right, Limitless Keith Lee versus Orange Cassidy versus Powerhouse Hobbs versus Ricky Starks versus Warlow and versus Christian Cage or Ethan Page. We will find out tomorrow. because Christian Cage and Ethan Page is facing off tomorrow. Honestly, I think Ethan Page should win the match, and he should be in it. But face of the Revolution ladder match, who should win? Keith Lee does not need to win this match. Orange Cassidy doesn't need to win. Powerhouse Hobbs, he could win it. I can see Hobbs winning. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see Hobbs winning, Starks winning, or Wardlow winning. But honestly, I can see if Hobbs wins it. No, I think it makes sense if Ricky Starks win it instead of Wardlow. I don't think Wardlow should win it, honestly. Because if Wardlow wins, then I would want him to be Sammy for the championship. Maybe we get Wardlow and MJF in the TNT Championship program instead of if they want a championship on the line. Because there's ways they can go about this. You can have Ricky Starks win the match, like I said, and I mentioned this Tuesday night. You can have Ricky Starks win the match, face Sammy at Battle of the Belts. He gets screwed over. He gets the rematch at Double or Nothing, and Ricky Starks beats Sammy. Keith Lee beats Ricky Starks for the TNT title around Full Gear end of the year, and Keith Lee is going to 2023 as TNT champion. That's one scenario. Another scenario, Hobbs can win it. Hobbs can lose to Sammy, but Starks can end up beating Sammy. And Keith Lee still wins the TNT title at the end of the year. So that's scenario number 2. Number 3, Wardlow can win it. Wardlow can beat Sammy for the title at Battle of the Belts. Yeah, Wardlow doesn't need to win this match. But I won't be surprised if he does. Wardlow could win. He could beat Sammy. And maybe he turns on MJF. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to go about this Wardlow turn on MJF situation. I don't know if we're going to see the turn Sunday or what. But yeah, I see a lot of scenarios playing out. But honestly, Ricky Starks needs to win. Ricky Starks, I feel like he should win. And Ricky Starks should go to Double or Nothing and beat Sammy. And Ricky Starks is your new TNT champion. And then Keith Lee will have to run through Powerhouse Hobbs to get to Ricky Starks. And Keith Lee dethrones Ricky Starks for the TNT title. And Keith Lee is TNT champion around Full Gear going into 2023. Bam! Yeah, Wardlow does not need to win this. Wardlow needs to turn face against MJF. Don't need him to win the Face of the Revolution ladder match. Have Ricky Starks win. Keith Lee is too early for him. Plus, he just got there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want him taking a loss that quick. Alex Kingston versus a former Inner Circle member, Sam Mcafee, and the location should be in Texas because they're in AEW Battle of the Belts 2/Rampage in Sammy's home state, named Raw in Texas on April 15th. Yeah. Ricky Starks. I'm booking Ricky Starks to win this match, and I'm having him beat Sammy at Double or Nothing. So that's another match I will add to Double or Nothing's card. I will do Jay Cargill versus Chris Statlander. I will do Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks. I will do Jurassic Express versus LAX. And I will do... Yeah. Or maybe we get a triple threat between Jay Cargill and who else? God knows. But we already talked about that. Moving on. All right. AEW Women's World Championship. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus Thunder Rosa. Honestly, Dynamite last night. Thunder Rosa pinned the AEW Women's Champion, and I'm thinking, why is she pinning the champion before the pay-per-view? I don't get it. I don't like that booking decision. I kind of smell 50-50 booking at the pay-per-view, where Britt can retain the championship, and then we get the rubber match at Double or Nothing. I don't like that. This is one of the things I hate. The champion has to get pinned on TV before the pay-per-view, and then we get to the pay-per-view, and we do 50-50 booking. No one looks good. No one looks good when 50-50 booking happens. No one looks good. No one looks good. If Britt Baker retains the championship on Revolution Sunday, it won't look good. It won't look good for Baker. It won't look good for Rosa, because Rosa pinned the champion on TV in a non-title match. Jamie Hayter should have taken the pin if you wanted the babyfaces to go over. But no, you cannot book like that. I sense 50-50 booking. Thunder Rosa can still win on Sunday. I'm going with Thunder Rosa to win it. Because Britt Baker, man, she ran through everybody, and it's time for her to drop the championship at Revolution. So, yeah, but honestly, I don't have a good feeling about this. Because 50-50 booking is not good. Why did the champion get pinned on TV? Why did Britt Baker get pinned on TV? Oh, but Alice, it's just part of storyline. Oh, it's not a big of a deal. Yes, it is. If I see it in WWE, I'm gonna criticize. If I see it in Impact Wrestling with Tasha Steelz and Mickie James, I'm gonna criticize. Because Tasha Steelz pinned Mickie James on TV. And Mickie was the champion. We get to no surrender. Tasha Steelz loses the match. 50-50 booking. Tasha Steelz will have a rematch Saturday. If I don't see Tasha Steelz becoming a Knockouts champion after Saturday, then Impact Wrestling has a major problem. And I'm going to shit on it. But Thunder Rosa needs to beat Britt Baker again on Sunday. I do not want to see 50-50 booking. No one gets over. No one looks good in the process. So Thunder Rosa needs to take the championship off of Britt Baker at Revolution. And then we do Thunder Rosa versus... God, who's a heel? I say Thunder Rosa versus... I don't know who's going to face that Double or Nothing. I don't want Britt losing again at Double or Nothing. So maybe... It's going to be interesting. It can't be Deonna Purrazzo because I don't want them to be in a transitional champion at Double or Nothing. So maybe a babyface versus babyface. Maybe Thunder Rosa versus... I don't want to see Ruby Soho because she has been booked that good in AEW. It might have to be Thunder Rosa versus Nyla Rose. I don't know. I legitimately don't know who Thunder Rosa's first opponent is going to be. And who's going to face that Double or Nothing. Because Baker has lost to Rosa twice. Rosa needs to make it 3-0. The Lights Out match, the match last night, and Revolution. Thunder Rosa needs a clean sweep. Maybe Miranda Aussie from Ring of Honor. Maybe Miranda Aussie versus Thunder Rosa. If any of y'all know who she is. What y'all think about that? Or maybe Thunder Rosa versus Mandy Leon. How about that? Or Thunder Rosa versus the women's wrestler named Willow. Taya Valkyrie, yeah. Yeah, we can get Taya Valkyrie. Maybe Athena. They had a good match at Warrior Wrestling just a couple weeks ago. They can run it back at Double or Nothing. Thunder Rosa versus Athena. So there's so many ways they can go about this. Just keep her away from Purrazzo. So yeah. Let me know what you guys think, man. Because if Thunder Rosa beats Britt Baker at Revolution, then I will put Thunder Rosa versus Miranda Alice. Or Thunder Rosa versus Athena. Or Taya Valkyrie. Athena is in talks with AEW for a deal, I heard. Yeah. Or maybe Tegan Knox. Nissan Newell. Who knows? So, no, I want Serenity to win the Owen Cup, and that's going to be at Double or Nothing. I want her to win the Owen Cup. Yeah, you can do Thunder Rosa for Serenity at Double or Nothing, and then Ruby Soho can win the Owen Cup tournament. Because if Soho's in that tournament, she desperately needs to win. Deeb can go up against Rosa at Double or Nothing. There are so many ways you can go about this, man. So many ways. I already answered your question. They can do that at Battle of the Belts. Yeah, so either Elise. Yeah, either Thunder Rosa versus Miranda Elise. Rosa versus Valkyrie, Rosa versus Dina, Rosa versus Deeb. Yeah, man. Take my money on all those 4 matches, by the way. AEW needs to sign better women's talent, in my opinion. Yeah. We could have got Thunder Rosa versus Roxy. But Roxy got locked in the WWE, so man, yeah. I know it's her lifelong dream. Nobody can take that away from her. So yeah. CM Punk versus MJF in a dog collar match. MJF needs to win. CM Punk does not need to win this match. But after what MJF did last night to CM Punk, once again, the same situation with Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa, I sense 50-50 booking. And I do not want that. Yeah, Rossi's already locked in. I won't be surprised if I see her after WrestleMania. Roxy that funny. How? Is it because of me? I don't get me wrong, man. You know. Okay, now I'm sipping over the girl. Okay. All right, back to what I'm saying. All right, Punk and MJF. Okay. MJF needs to win this match. There should be no 50-50 booking in this, and the feud should end after Revolution. There should be no 50-50 booking. Leave that up to Bruce Pritchard. Leave that up to other companies. But MJF needs to win this dog collar match, and he needs to beat Punk clean. That's what should happen. Alright? CM Punk does not need to win this match. If CM Punk wins this match, oh, do you know how that momentum gets spiked for MJF bad? The way you say Thunder Rosa versus Roxy. Oh, man. Yeah, MJF needs to win, man. MJF cannot take a loss. So, yeah. This is what I'm doing. MJF beats Punk. MJF versus Heyman at Double or Nothing for the World Championship. MJF wins the world title. And last but not least, Adam Cole versus Adam Page in the main event for the World Championship. Heyman Adam Page needs to retain. I love Adam Cole. I love him. He's a great professional wrestler. He just got that it in him. You know what I'm saying? But Adam Page needs to retain. Adam Page needs to retain, and he needs to go to Double or Nothing and put over MJF, and MJF needs to win the world title that night. Simple. Yes, MJF needs to win, and he's going to be the one to throw him and Page at Double or Nothing. Remember, Double or Nothing was the first ever AEW pay-per-view, and there's a battle royal for the world title, and the last two were MJF and Heyman. That's good storytelling. You know, 3 years ago, you were the last two guys in the battle royal, and now 3 years later, you're fighting each other for the world championship. That's simple storytelling. That's long-term booking. MJF needs to be the guy to defeat Heyman at Double or Nothing. 2022 is the year for MJF, man. It's the year for MJF. But after Revolution, My matches for Double or Nothing that I will book is Jay Cargill versus Chris Statlander, Darby Allin versus Ricky Starks. No, Sammy Guevara versus Ricky Starks. Excuse me. Darby Allin versus Andrade. Jurassic Express versus LAX. I don't know where Moxley and Danielson's going to go. I don't know about Jericho and Kingston's going to go. Ricky Starks versus Sammy Guevara. Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. Not Roxy. Thunder Rosa versus Serena Deeb. Miranda Ali's. Who else? Ty Valkyrie or Athena. And MJF versus Adam Page. And yeah. And Adam Cole versus Kenny Omega, if he's able to come back. So yeah. Imagine the real heel MJF is going to get if he beats Heyman Page for the world title. Yeah, can you imagine the Dynamite in Los Angeles? Because that's where it's going to emanate from after Double or Nothing. Dynamite is going to be in Los Angeles. Can you imagine the heel he's going to get, man? That's crazy. I need one more like for 10 likes on the live stream, man. I highly appreciate y'all. By the way, man, let me know what you guys think of this live stream, man. Let me know what you guys think of the live stream. My predictions for Revolution. You guys let me know before I get out of here, man. It's 9:30 at night. We've been on here for about half an hour. So yeah. Awesome live chat. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, man. I just hope AEW gets the booking right on this show. They need to do the match at Double or Nothing. They don't need to do the match on TV. Do not do the match on TV. It needs to be in Nevada at Double or Nothing. The story is already there. Tony Khan should hire Real Regal to help him book storylines and matches in RH. Yeah, that could happen. Man, Tony Khan, man, you need to give me a call. You need to give me a call if you need your help on booking these mid-card championships. But anyway, guys, that's it, man. I am getting out of here. Thank you guys for joining me tonight and make RH the NXT of AEW. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining me tonight, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown and the Rampage Go Home show for Revolution, man. I will see you guys tomorrow night, man. Be safe, stay healthy, take care, and I love y'all, man. Have a good rest of your Thursday night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Love y'all.